Man, my life's been a roller coaster lately, and I need to get this off my chest. So, picture this. My wife comes home one day, all excited, and drops a bombshell. She's pregnant. You'd think I'd be over the moon, right? We've been married 6 years, and a baby should be the best news ever. But here's the kicker. I recently found out she's been texting and chatting with her ex. Yeah, not cool at all. Now I'm sitting here, suspicious as hell, wondering if this baby is even mine. I told her I want a paternity test, and let me tell you, that did not go over well. It's like a tornado hit our house. She's threatening to walk out if I make her do the test, saying it proves I don't trust her. And now I'm stuck, wondering if I'm the bad guy for pushing this. Am I wrong for telling my pregnant wife I need a paternity test, or I'm done? So, a bit about us. I'm 31, my wife's 29, and we've been married for 6 years. You do the math. We tied the knot young. I always thought we had a rock-solid marriage, or at least I did until this mess started. A few months back, I discovered she'd been texting her ex-boyfriend. Not just a "hey, how's life" kind of text, but ongoing chats that she didn't tell me about. When I asked her about it, she swore it was no big deal, just catching up, nothing shady. But come on, if it was so innocent, why hide it? Why not just say, "Hey, my ex messaged me. I told him I'm married, and that's that." Instead, she kept it secret, and that's got my gut screaming something's wrong. After I found out about the texts, I confronted her. She didn't exactly come clean. She got all distant and cagey, dodging my questions. Then, out of nowhere, she announces she's pregnant. Now, I'm not an idiot. This ex of hers knows she's married. He's got no business texting her, and she's got no business texting back. If she'd been upfront like, "Babe, my ex reached out, but I shut it down," I'd still be side-eyeing the situation, but it wouldn't be this bad. Instead, this has been going on for who knows how long, and I only found out by chance. I don't know how I found out. Maybe I saw a notification. Maybe I just had a hunch. But the point is, she didn't tell me herself. So now she's pregnant, and I'm supposed to be thrilled, but I can't shake this doubt. What if this kid isn't mine? Her ex isn't exactly living on the other side of the planet, so it's not a crazy thought. I brought it up with her, explained my worries, and said I need a paternity test to be sure. She lost it. Full-on flipped out, accusing me of betraying her trust and ruining what should be a happy moment. Hold up, though. She's the one who gave me reasons to doubt. If she'd been upfront about her ex, we wouldn't be here. And let's be real. It's not like this is the first time a wife's gotten pregnant and the kid wasn't her husband's. I'm not saying I want to kick her out, but I've got every right to question things after she's been sneaking around. It gets worse. She doubled down, saying if I don't believe her, maybe I shouldn't be in the baby's life at all. Excuse me? If this kid isn't mine, I'm not signing up to raise someone else's child. Now her parents are in the mix, and they're pissed at me. They're calling me paranoid, saying I'm wrecking my marriage with these wild accusations. My own family's split. Some say I'm totally justified asking for the test. Others think I'm overreacting. Look, I'm 31. I'm a grown man, and this is my marriage. Nobody else gets a vote. Not her parents, not my family, not the guy delivering my mail. If they're polite about their opinions, I'll nod and say it's between me and her. If they're jerks about it, I'll tell them to back off. I've tried explaining that this isn't about me not loving her or the baby. I just need to know for sure, so I can sleep at night. I even suggested couples counseling to work through this mess, but she's dead set against it. She says if I keep pushing for the test, it means I don't trust her, and our marriage is over. That stings, because I'm thinking, you were texting your ex behind my back for who knows how long. If I hadn't found out, would you still be doing it? I've got every reason to want answers. So here I am torn. Part of me wants to trust my wife. She's my partner, my best friend for 6 years. But the other part can't ignore the red flags. Am I the jerk for telling her I need a paternity test, or I'm out? If she'd never given me a reason to doubt her, I get why this might seem harsh. But she was sneaking around, talking to her ex, and now she's acting like I'm the bad guy for wanting clarity. If I don't get the test and stay, I'm stuck with a wife I don't trust and a kid that might not be mine. If it's not mine and my name's on the birth certificate, I could be on the hook for years, depending on where we live. That's a nightmare. Sure, a divorce would suck. I'd take a hit financially, no question, but I'm 31. I'd bounce back, find someone new, move on. The alternative is staying in a marriage where I'm always second-guessing, wondering if she's hiding more. Even if the test says the kid's mine, we've got bigger problems. Trust is shot, and that's no way to live. I'm leaning toward standing my ground. If she's bluffing, let's see how far she takes it. But I'm also weighing my options, because nobody's looking out for me but me. What do you think? Am I wrong for wanting this test? So, here's where things get even messier. Everyone's got an opinion on my situation, and it's not just me and my wife duking it out anymore. Her family's all about grandkids, pushing the whole babies are a blessing angle, dreaming of little ones running around their house. But I'm over here thinking, yeah, but I gotta look out for myself too. I've been scrolling through comments online, trying to make sense of this mess. And let me tell you, people have thoughts. Some of them really hit home, others just make my head spin. But they're helping me see this from different angles. One woman chimed in, and I gotta say, her take caught my eye. She said if she were in my shoes, she'd be demanding a paternity test too. My wife's the one who stirred up all this doubt by texting her ex behind my back. If everything's so innocent, why is she acting so shady? This commenter pointed out that if my wife's telling the truth, I might be risking our marriage by pushing for the test. A lot of women, she said, take it as a massive insult when you question if the baby's yours, like you're accusing them of passing off someone else's kid as your own. Plus, I could be ruining what's supposed to be a special time, her first pregnancy, which might be something she never forgives me for. Fair point, but here's my side. What's worse? Me upsetting her now by asking for the test, or me staying quiet and raising a kid that might not be mine? If I don't get answers and it turns out the kid's not mine, I'm stuck for years, financially, emotionally, all of it. That's a hard pass for me. Another person quoted my wife's ultimatum. She said if I keep pushing for the test, it shows I don't trust her, and our marriage is done. This guy's response was brutal but real. My marriage might already be toast. Either I go for the test, and she bolts because I don't trust her, or I drop it and spend the rest of my life wondering, resentment eating me up inside. He said I should push for the test, because in a lot of places, if you're married to the mom, you're automatically the legal dad, DNA or not. That means I could be on the hook for child support for 18 years, maybe longer, even if the kid's not mine. That's a nightmare I don't want to live. He suggested speeding things up, getting answers now before I'm locked in legally, like signing the birth certificate without knowing the truth. Makes sense to me. Why drag this out and risk being stuck? Then another woman jumped in, and I love that she's got my back. She said my wife's secret chats with her ex are a huge red flag. It's not just that she was talking to him, it's that she hid it from me, probably on purpose. That alone justifies my doubts about the baby. She flipped the script, saying if a guy was texting an ex-girlfriend behind his wife's back, everyone would be screaming, he's cheating. But when it's the wife doing it, suddenly it's no big deal? Nah, that double standard doesn't fly with me. She said most of the time, paternity tests and solid relationships are overkill. Guys just fishing for peace of mind because the kid doesn't look like them or whatever. But when there's actual evidence of sketchy behavior, like my wife hiding her ex's texts, a test is totally reasonable. The fact that she kept it secret is the real gut punch here. And I can't argue with that logic. One more comment stuck with me. This person said I'm not the bad guy for wanting a paternity test. Trust is everything in a marriage, and my wife's actions have me questioning it big time. They said it's perfectly understandable that I want to be sure before diving headfirst into this pregnancy. What's worrying, they pointed out, is that my wife won't even talk about my concerns or consider couples therapy to sort this out. It's like she's playing a high-stakes game, daring me to call her bluff. They said this whole mess needs open, honest communication to fix for the sake of our relationship and the kid on the way. I agree, but my wife's not exactly waving the white flag of cooperation here. She's doubling down, and that makes me wonder what she's hiding. I'm in a rough spot, no question. But I keep coming back to what's best for me in the long run. I've got to take the emotion out of it and think logically. A divorce would suck, no doubt. 6 years of marriage means I'd probably owe alimony for a while, especially if I earn more than her. That's a hit I'd feel for a bit. But I'm 31. I've got time to start over, find someone new, build a life with someone I can trust. The alternative? I stay quiet, let this slide, and live with constant suspicion. What if the kid looks nothing like me? Or worse, looks like her ex? If my name's on the birth certificate, and I find out later it's not my kid, I'm still on the hook for support, maybe for 18 years or more, depending on where we live. That's not just a financial hit. It's a lifetime of resentment, knowing I'm raising someone else's child while my wife lied to me. Even if the test proves the baby's mine, we've still got a trust problem, and that's a deal breaker for me. Nobody's looking out for my interests but me, so I'm leaning towards sticking to my guns. Let's see if she's bluffing or not. I'm ready to call her on it and find out what's really going on.